Good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. As we begin this day, we want to make you aware of the situation which is south of Meridian I-59. Our friends at Clark County Hot Topics are on the scene and gotten us a few pictures of what this looked like early this morning, Odie.
Yeah, this is a tough little scene.
Overturned 18-wheeler. Man,
yeah,
he had new tires too.
Yeah, he did. Looked like he lost a fuel cell.
Yep. What a mess we've got there. But fortunately, the lanes of traffic, and of course you need to get in the left lane, but the interstate was not blocked. They will end up having to block. Ooh, it looks like somebody might have run off the road.
Yeah, he went off on that there left-hand side, and by the time he got back on the road, it was a little too late.
So be aware of this. This is in the southbound lane around mile marker 127 to 126, kind of halfway in between, the best I could tell. This happened right around 5 a.m. this morning. So we're 2 hours into this, and how long?
This is, I'm going to clean up on that as well. It could be, it could take up to 4 hours to get that cleaned up upright. You got to find out what the shape of the trailer is in itself, and can you continue to haul what it was hauling to the shop, or is it going to have to be offloaded? A lot of things go into your time frame, and in the fuel cleanup, that takes a lot. Following with these EPA and MDEQ guidelines, that's to take care of the environment. There are certain ways we can do stuff to clean it up properly.
Yeah, that's a key word there, properly. We have, and this has happened. This is not the first time, particularly with these three individuals. As always, when we have someone that escapes from jail, we send out the alarm. We're doing that this morning. Hinds County, they could have come this way. We don't know the direction of travel. I'm sure someone does, but we could very well have them in this area by now. 3 juveniles were taken to a hospital. They broke and ran and stole a vehicle with a gun in it. So we're going to call this armed and dangerous. Here's what you're looking for. Here's the tag, Hinds County, CFB 0901 there. That's the plate number there, and that's what the car looks like. That's a 2007 Jeep Liberty. When they said Jeep, I was thinking, well, it looks like a Jeep, and I would have been fooled. I looked it up, and that's like a...
Yes, I guess the new style of the Jeeps with the Wagoneers or whatever, a small Wagoneer.
Now, here are the 3 individuals that you are looking for. That's what they look like. They're teenagers.
We have seen them before.
They broke out in June, I believe, of last year from the same detention center. And here's what we're learning about this. This is, as we go to our Facebook page where we shared this, Robert Smith, he who is 16, Tashawn Holmes, who is 17, and Jashawn Jones are 15. They escaped from the Henley Young Patton Youth Detention Facility following a large disturbance, and they stole a blue 2000 Jeep Liberty CFB in the parking lot there. The youth detainees were being transported to the hospitals for no injuries sustained during the disturbance. So that's what we know at this point. Could have been a lot worse, but again, a vehicle stolen with a gun in it when you've got 3 on the run is never good.
Do we know what the original charge was? What put them there in the first place?
I'd have to go back and Google that because of it wasn't put out with a bolo on this of what they did. Like you said, that gives us an insight to what's going on there.
Yeah, and then you steal a car with a possible gun. This is at least your second time to escape custody. You saw 15, 17. I mean, you're probably now getting close to being charged as an adult. And, don't ruin your life they still have options for a second chance, but depends on what they do while they're out. Can depend on if they get a second chance or if they have to answer as an adult. We need to stop losing our young adults, our teenagers, 15, 16 years old, to tragedy like this, because this is tragedy. These are still kids who have a chance at life, but depends on what they do next. What do they do today?
Last time they escaped, they overpowered a detention facility worker. I was just glancing down through here. I don't see where it tells us.
Felony, armed robbery, violent crimes, auto theft, aggravated assault.
Yeah, these are not
first degree murder.
Well, there you go.
So their life, one of them's life could be over.
Yeah, and they'll do that. That's when you have somebody who will do whatever it takes not to stay in jail.
Thought to have a gun with them now.
Again, let's show those pictures again, Odie, of what we've got. These are the three young men that are on the lam or on the run from Hinds County, that detention facility over there, that have broken out. A disturbance happened. They stole a vehicle with a gun in it.
You can consider them armed and dangerous.
Sure can.
That's...
So if you see a vehicle like this matching that description with this tag number parked on the side of the road anywhere, it should tell us they're either walking or have stolen another vehicle. But if you see this, let's pull this back up here. There's the tag number, a blue 2007 Jeep Liberty CFB 0901. Again, after what happened to us in Scott County a few weeks ago, we never, ever want to let our guard down of somebody that doesn't blend in with society very well.
No, and don't stop. If you see the vehicle, continue. Don't go and look and say, well, I just want to see if they're in there.
Yeah.
Just go. Call 911, report the vehicle, let them know exactly where it's at, but don't stop. Don't look, because they may be out in the woods hoping somebody will stop for them so they can now take your ride.
And that happens more often than you think.
Yeah.
I'm not going to show any pictures of this because, well, it wouldn't be nice to do that. But you know where Leeds, Alabama is?
Yeah, they got a nice haunted house down there.
Yeah, Leeds, Alabama. They have a Bass Pro Shop also. Only problem over the weekend, an Alabama boy thought it would be great to go swimming naked up in it.
Well, did he?
No word yet if there were snapping turtles in that particular tank that he went in.
There's a song about it over Snapping Turtle Pond.
It sure is. And, they got video of him 100% not wearing a thing there, just his birthday suit, swimming around in the tank.
I wonder if he thought he was a bass.
Here's the dried out look after they gave him some clothes there. His name is Brian Owens. He's 42. Public lewdness, resisting arrest, assault, criminal mischief, and reckless endangerment charges.
You know, he fell out of that tank.
You know, that last guy that did that as a bet to try to gain people on YouTube subscribers, they charged him for that tank cleanup and everything.
Well, they should.
And endangered certain species of fish that were in it. What do people think?
Turtle Creek. Terry knows what I'm talking about.
Once I was swimming across Turtle Creek. Man, it sure was hard swimming across that creek.
Oh, if y'all know the song, y'all know the song.
That was Chuck Berry, wasn't it?
I believe it was Chuck Berry. You're
and the
exactly
first words to
right.
it was my...
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all fill in the blank there. Google that. Great song. Everybody enjoyed it.
It really is. I mean, especially when you split it up in the audience.
Oh, yeah, the audience sings along. We'll have to go somewhere and try that sometime.
We'll play that on the new show.
There you go. On the way, we're going to check your weather forecast next. We're going to dig deep into that and then start into everything that has gone on over the weekend. Whoo, murder arrest. We went to a big... And I got to give kudos before we even get to this. Salute toward not chief, but sheriff. God, I got to get used to this. Sheriff Ward Calhoun. I'm telling you, they were on this and had a press conference the moment they confirmed everything. and we say thank you for keeping the public informed. We'll be right back with more information.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Rock House Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rock House will have the gun that you need. With a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian.
Sanders Gas, Sanders Air and Heat is your full-service propane supplier since 1946. We take pride in ensuring reliable, friendly service to our customers. We also provide safety tune-ups related to propane, air conditioning, and heating systems, keeping our community efficient and safe. I'm Chuck Sanders, and yes, we're local.
And welcome back. Your friend Scotty Ray along with Otis. We'll call you Otis this time.
Hey, that'll work. I'm good with both of them.
You will be most likely opening the Weather Center tonight.
Yeah, EOC will open up, and we'll be operating out of it.
Let's go.
Be in contact with you the whole time.
Let's look at this, Odie, as we begin this. As we go to radar, and again, I pointed this out earlier, all of this color here, this dark colored stuff, this brown, light, sand colored, like Desert Storm,
Yep.
is a wind advisory. And that tells us it's going to go until tomorrow at 6 p.m. The 9th is when that will end. Now, let's get into where our lines are with severe weather tonight, Odie. As we pull this up, here's today. Now, as I've pointed out many times, the National Weather Service, maybe they know a little bit more than we do, but at this given moment, right here is the line of severe weather at I-20. I think they're showing it right around here, but we're still showing that the threat lies south of I-20. Everything north of there will be a level 1, including Philadelphia, Kosciuszko, Macon, Mississippi, and Decatur, those areas. But Newton, Meridian, York, Alabama, Demopolis, Selma, all the way back almost to Forest is a level 2. This will go down as we'll zoom in, and this right here is Waynesboro, Ellisville. Anything south of these areas right here will be a level 3, which could see more tornadic activity than here.
Yeah, and that's, like you were saying earlier, yes, that line is there, but we've got to have a line somewhere, and sometimes it's easier to use the I-20 corridor, but that does not mean we're not going to see anything above the I-20 corridor, and things, just because it's a level 3 south of us does not mean we can't see tornadic activity all in Lauderdale County.
Now, the National Weather Service, as we put this together, as with the radar that is coming out to Marion, they take all of this data and they put it in, and then they do their best summarization of where the worst weather will be. Here's the screen that shows tornadic activity of where they think it will be worse. Let's pull this up. Now, again, as Odie just said, it can happen at anywhere, at any time, anywhere on this map. Here is the most likely areas, as we'll see here, this yellow being the worst, level 2 here, and then a level 1 here. Portions north of I-20 most likely will not see tornadic activity.
Yep.
Anywhere south of I-20, including southern Lauderdale County, southern Newton, Scott County, could. As you get into Clark County, and let's look at this line here where it could be extremely bad. If we were to go right across from Clarko, east to west, it's kind of the line. Doesn't mean that our friends right up here in Clarkdale won't see it, but the line is right there, and just north of everything here at Lake Edens. Right along in there is that line for level 2. You go south to Waynesboro, over to Ellisville. It gets worse anywhere south of there. As we've said many times, tornadic activity can build here, and it can move northeasterly into this area, causing damage and things of that nature, crossing these imaginary lines.
Yeah.
So we truly want you to understand that this could be bad, and we have another round of this coming Friday. Odie.
Yeah, coming right back, and we pay attention and we help out our friends there in Clark County, and we're always there if something comes up and they need us. But be prepared. Just because we're not on there, take this time to make sure that you've got a plan in place of what you're going to do, where you're going to go, where your family's going to be, communication between your family, how you're going to communicate if cell towers go down or whatever the case may be. But make sure that you've got that plan and you're able to put that plan in effect and make your home safe. And by making your home safe is making sure that you don't have anything outside your home that can become a projectile.
Like those blue garbage cans.
Like those blue garbage cans. Boy, they'll tear some stuff up. But be cautious. Pay attention. Scotty Ray's going to be on the whole time, walking everybody through exactly where this storm is and what's taking place. And he'll be able to tell you exactly where you are and where the storm is coming your way.
As Karina points out, her grandkids live in Pearl River, Louisiana.
Yeah.
That's going to be in the eye of that level 3 there. So we'll be here watching that area as well as it comes across. So we hope everything is good. As I mentioned, Friday weather. Let's just pull this up real quick, Odie, and let me show everybody of what. This is Monday, and they're already predicting a level 2 for Friday. That tells us that this is probably going to be worse for the East Mississippi area than maybe tonight is.
Yeah, by the time we get there.
Yeah. Here's the look of that. This is what the National Weather Service is already putting out late Thursday into Friday morning. Is what we're seeing there. And again, this is days away, so a lot of times this will be edited and changed as it gets closer. As we know, an hour from now, the weather is never the same.
No, it'll continue to change.
And boy, Debbie's already gotten up early and figured out the words to.
She put the whole verse on there.
Go, Debbie.
Go ahead, Debbie.
That was a funny song. Especially, it's kind of like Mac Davis singing, "Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble."
Yeah.
You break out with that song and everybody knows it.
Yeah, y'all all know that song, and don't pretend you don't.
Yep. It's out there. So we had several things happen last night, and I meant to fix this morning when I realized what I'd done. We had a house shot, and we had a car shot. So let's visit the first one. Now, this was vehicle shot right here, and I accidentally didn't change the headline because they were so close. The house set here, and the car was shot here.
Oh.
Right there. And let me back out. We'll pull up the other one that I've got here. Home was hit with gunfire here. Now, in both of these instances, Odie, no one was hurt or anything, but it does tell us that somebody done a drive-by.
Yeah.
3900 block of 10th Street is where that went down. And then right around the corner would be where it would all take place there. The car was shot at Frank Berry.
That's terrible.
So be on your P's and Q's of what's going on with that. Now, let me. I'm going to show you the picture of this, and then we'll. As I think, I have to think this is actually be able to say Sheriff Ward Calhoun. It's go catch on. It'll flow along. As we pull this up, he did call, and we carried this live on Friday afternoon. He called me and said, "Look, we've got a press conference. We got to get this out." So we boogie there all the way down there to get there in time for the press conference. And 2 arrests have been made. Let's pull this up. This first is a 37-year-old Carlos Sanchez Atterbury has been charged with murder, has $1 million bond, second-degree arson at $75,000, still in jail in the Lauderdale County Detention Center, and this is the face of someone who is accused of murder. Now let's just click on that and make that bigger.
Wow.
That scary. Now this is all about a man that came up missing on Christmas Eve. If you'll remember, his car was found out in the area of Martin. That car was burned to the ground. We also have a second person that was taken into custody and dealing with arson. As we pulled this up, Tyrone Hersey was arrested. He's 47 years old, charged with arson, second degree, $25,000 bond, tampering with evidence, $25,000, and he has already made bond and has been released. Now, from my understanding, Odie, all 3 knew each other.
Wow.
Where things went south, I don't know. But at some point they did, and the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department, within less than 2 weeks, solved this, put it together, stayed on this, did not back off. We got to say thumbs up on this. This is how these things are solved and handled. And, man, they've done a great job on this. That's a short time to take virtually no evidence and track it.
And
get
then
up.
go with a burn up evidence
Yeah.
and be able to track from there. So CID, kudos to y'all and the work y'all did, and Sheriff, good work for the entire department. Thank you from everybody.
It's good to know that someone is off the street who done this. And unlike other agencies, the paperwork will be done correctly to where it doesn't show up in court and go, well, you didn't fill any of this out right. You didn't. Well, we got to turn them loose. That doesn't happen with the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department. They dot their I's and cross their T's and make sure the paperwork is done. We'll be right back. More with Odie. Do you have something to say? You look like you had something to say.
No, I was just somebody said that she had worked with them, and neither one of them looked like they were capable to do anything like this. And then all of a sudden, here we are. You would think you would know a murderer and could pick them out from the public, but you
can't. And
they're among us.
Don't hold me to this, but I'm being told it was over an argument dealing with a car. As we said, it went bad from there. It wasn't like it was but they went and sought him. I think they were all together, or at least two of them were together in
and it
argument.
just went from there.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's just bad either way. Because you got to remember now, think about this. This guy went missing on Christmas Eve. The one that is accused of this did something with the body and then went home to his family to spend Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. You think about that.
And kept that man away from his family on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And they had no idea.
None.
And I tell you, we need a little bit of Jesus.
We do. And I spoke to his wife, and God bless her, and what the family's going through on that. More coming. Scotty Ray and Odie, it is Monday morning. We'll be right back.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
And welcome back. Hope your day is going well there as we get this. And we want to say a thank you to your wife. She came out and done a little extra work here for you. Let me pull around here and show everybody what she done.
She got tired of seeing it. Y'all see the time now? She said, I'm tired of looking at it.
We had the wrong time since time change.
Yeah.
Rump row.
Well,
that's David Singleton.
David Singleton. I was trying to get a last name on that. 77 years old today.
Well, happy birthday to you.
Yeah. Way to start another year.
Hey, I got a call Friday that said, hey, you already get up out of your chair because there's a car chase going on. No, I'll say it ain't so.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
This would cross Highway 39, run down through 61st Court, end up past, well, it's Last Chance Tobacco. And I always say it's Olin Mills, where you used to get your picture made as a kid. On to Highway 493, right past Lee's Bait and Tackle there, and on up to Dogwood. Whoop, let's take a right-hand turn and go up to Poplar Springs Drive. What was it? Marion Police Department in pursuit.
In person. Well, they had some action.
Yes, they did, and they got their men. Actually, they got 4.
Ooh.
4 went to the jailhouse now. Oh. Can you take a guess what was in the car?
Drugs.
Nope. They had borrowed something and forgot to tell somebody.
A gun.
Yep, 2 of them, as a matter of fact.
Ooh. Were they legally able to hold that gun?
That I'm not sure. We'll have to talk back to the chief again. He's very forthcoming with this information, Larry Gill, as no one was hurt. They were taken into custody, and they're going to be charged with stolen. At least one of them will be. We'll find out who took what.
Yeah.
And then felony fleeing. That's not a good. That's
no,
not a good
at
charge. All. You get a year or so for doing something like that.
Ooh, Alan Nicholson said he is 43 years young today.
Get out of town.
Oh, happy birthday,
Just a baby,
Alan.
isn't he?
Yeah, 43. I remember that.
Many moons ago.
Now, look, that's dinner right there. Well, not really. There's so much fat on that thing, you can't eat it.
and I have to say, somebody got into getting their feelings hurt because people were picking about. It's just picket. Picket is picket. There's no ill will. It's a pig.
It's a pig.
Or a hog. Over on Highway 489 there, Conahatta and Union area, you might have seen the suspicious-looking character floating down the road there. There he is. That's a whopper.
All right, so I want to take this time for all you parents out there.
Yeah.
That's got kids going, Mama, I want a potbelly pig. I want a potbelly pig. One of them little bitty pigs. Y'all know that's a potbelly pig right there.
Yeah. He ain't little no more, is
They
he?
not little. How do I know? We had one of them little bitty potbelly pigs, and he was huge.
Yes, he was.
They get big. They don't stay little bitty pigs anymore.
And some people don't quite understand the back and forth on this. Squealer's barbecue. This is where this comes from. A thing called bacon. It is just part of it, and some people don't quite understand or truthfully don't know where things come from. I'm not talking down to anybody, but I want you to know that.
Most of this generation thinks bacon and steaks come from a grocery store.
Yeah.
They ain't got a clue.
No, they don't.
Where'd them green beans come from? That can. Well, how'd they get in that can? We got problems, y'all. Oh, boy.
Anthony's crew helped out, as we found out, and that's Clark County, what we're talking. We had a stolen truck, and this doesn't happen that very much out in the West Lauderdale area, but we had a truck stolen over the weekend. Somebody was fishing, Odie.
Ooh.
They got there at 4 o'clock, went fishing, and they come floating back up in their boat, and they no longer had a truck to go home in.
And the truck was gone.
Clark County would get a tip, and they would move in. Fisher Road is where all this was discovered. And lo and behold, there was the truck. Clark County assisted, helped out with that. Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department got there. I don't know if any arrests have been made yet, but the truck has been found. Wow. 2011 2500 HD. Now, all they want is their truck back, which gives us there's thieves everywhere. There's not imaginary boundary lines to where they won't cross. We see it in some areas more than others, but thank heavens they got their truck back. That's the good news out of that story there. What you done got tickled over?
He's talking about, Reuben says that's what AOC says. AOC said that the moon was more powerful than the sun because the moon gives us light at night, and the sun only gives us light during the daylight anyway, so it's useless.
She said that?
Yeah.
Wow.
You're
kidding, aren't you?
Well, probably. But it was a meme that was put out.
Okay.
I wouldn't. So, do I know if it's true or not? No.
But that's what's floating around.
But I could see her say it too.
Yeah.
That's the bad thing.
The funniest I ever seen, ever, and he was on video, and I watched it, and I don't remember his name, but it was I think he was a senator.
You talking about where that island was going to flip over?
Yeah, he said, now, if we get that many soldiers on the island, won't it flip over?
Won't it just tip?
And I sat there, and I thought, surely this is a joke. But that was legit, folks.
Oh, he said, now, isn't this about a couple miles wide? Yes. And about 8 miles long? Yeah. And we're going to put everybody down here? Yes, sir. What's going to keep that thing from flipping over? Maybe the part under the water that you don't see.
Yeah.
Y'all, we elect them.
That was my exact words.
We elect them. There's no test.
Unfortunately.
If you want to go up in the police department, they give you a test. You have to. Everybody that wants to go for that, you have to take a test.
What about the curve?
I'm not sure about that curve.
Fire
I got a good point there. Fire department, same way. You want to be higher up, you got to come take a test. There's not one for
senator
or
elected official. They just did one.
He
Yeah, that
he
was.
wouldn't have passed.
I don't know what it's called, but you can Google it. It's out there, and I have never witnessed anything like that.
Just Google island flipping over.
Yeah, that should pull it up. We had a fire last night, and we hate to report that someone lost their home, Odie. This would happen out on Mini Farm Road as we pull this up right there in that direction here. Let's take a look here at the fire department on scene. As you can see, that's a total loss there. We hate to have to report that, but that is what went on. We do thank all the, and there was many volunteer fire departments that came to the occasion, rose to the occasion to help put that fire out.
Oh, I tell you, Long Creek, Wynot, Vinville, Clarkdale, all showed up in force and got that put out pretty quick.
Yeah. So a big thank you to y'all for going above and beyond. Can you believe 30 minutes has flown by?
Are we already?
7:30.
Golly.
Have mercy.
On a Monday, and we're still rocking and rolling.
We'll be right back. We're going back in time to look over all this stuff that went on today.
Yeah.
Y'all don't miss out. We'll be right back.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally Collinsville Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
And welcome back. We found out where the island was.
Yeah, Island of Guam. So Bree put on here, that was a friend of mine that lost his home last night, and Robin said, I have a donation box ready for the guy. Robin, if you send me a message on how you want to handle that.
We'll be glad to put that out.
And Bree, if you can send us something, does he need anything, and what does he need? And we'll see if we can't get some help.
Does the term in 1814 we took a little trip?
That's right. There was a song about that.
Sure was. Old Johnny Horton sang it. And well, it all happened on this date as the Battle of New Orleans took place. Oh, we'd have some heroes out of that. Ooh. Andrew.
Yeah.
It's a part of history I hope we never forget.
Well,
I honestly think New Orleans
we're going to
lost at this point.
Get rid of all history.
Yeah,
There's no sense in remembering history because we'll know where we come from, we'll know what worked, and we know what didn't work, and we may not repeat it again. But guess what? We're doing away with all history.
That's true. It happens. You don't believe me? Go in the Lauderdale County Courthouse and look at that new picture that they've got on the wall of the Lauderdale County Courthouse. Have you seen that?
Well, I've seen you talking about that big mural?
Yeah, it's on the wall.
I've seen it. I hadn't really paid a whole lot of attention to it.
Well, let me give you some insight on it. Now, they're going to replace it because they discovered after it was approved and put up that it had some broken windows in the jailhouse part. And I think they want to replace it with the courthouse that had the dome on it before that had a little bit better of appeal to it, looked better.
Okay.
But as we erase history, I'm not sure who is responsible for this, who approved this, but if you'll walk up and take a look at the picture. Now, y'all take notice to what I'm saying. Okay. There's a tree out front of the courthouse. It's a peaceful looking little lawn there. But as you look in the window, I see, what is that? A reflection. Oh, it's the monument to the Confederate soldiers that lost their lives in Lauderdale County that you can still see in the window, but there is no statue on the wall, on the floor, on the lawn. It's been erased and photoshopped out. Who did it? I don't know.
Oh.
Somebody did it. Don't know who. But y'all walk up and take a look. I was in there Thursday, I think. Walked up. Sure enough, I've got it on my phone. It's there. I'll take a look. Who's responsible? I don't know, but somebody edited that out.
I would like to see the picture with the dome on it.
It's prettier.
That
it even had
beautiful.
columns.
It had columns, and then it had adornment of something on the top.
It was a dome.
Outside. Well, not the dome.
Oh, it had those two statues, too.
There's two statues that were up there.
Yeah, no one knows where they went.
You know, it'd be beautiful to find those somewhere.
They're out
find
there.
where they went. Somebody knows where they got stored, but to be able to put them back up,
Oh man, that would look good.
or to take them to the new courthouse and put them out there, that'd be beautiful.
Sure would. Let's go back to 1923. His name was Larry Storch. That may not mean a thing to you, but you may remember the TV show F Troop. Salute. Kind of a funny little show. Had that guy that was on Mayberry RFD in it. And I can't remember his name, but he was in that. Let's see, 1957.
Yep.
Oh, here he came. No, it wasn't. It was 1935. Where'd 57 come from, Odie?
Ooh, I don't know where that come from.
Just out of my mouth for no reason. Elvis Presley was born. It was also on the same date in 1946, some 11 years later, that his mama would walk into the hardware store there and spend that, what was it, $6?
So Charlene was born in Nashville.
Yeah.
And so Mama was going down the road, had Charlene in the back. She was still a baby. And she stopped at a stop sign or a stoplight or something like that anyway. And Elvis was there, and Elvis looked in and saw Charlene and talked to Mama for a minute and said hey to Charlene. She'd never remember it. But it all happened right there in Nashville, Tennessee.
So she got to actually meet old Elvis.
Well, she was asleep during the time. Mama said she'd gonna wake her up, but yeah, Elvis got to meet Charlene. Charlene don't know.
1993 was the day that the stamp came out on this date for Elvis. Big deal there.
And I'm waiting on the proof, but my cousin, who is a detective, retired police down in Florida, said he's got the stuff. We've given it to us, but we're cousins to Elvis.
You want to show me proof on that?
I told him before I do that, I want to make sure. And he's sending me the genealogy that we've got, but we are cousins to old Elvis.
All right, well, we want to see the paperwork, and we're going to show it.
Get that shuck and jive
You
going.
do that leg over there, Odie. 1938. Anybody remember watching the Newlywed Game?
Oh, man, that
It
was
was funny. It really did. Yeah. Bob Eubanks, the guy that did that for years, was born on this day back in 38. You remember his face. There's even some color pictures of him in existence. I've got a run-on sentence here. I didn't separate it. But I was hanging out with Greg the other day and
I'm
sitting
sorry.
somewhere, and this song came on. And I said, Greg, I ain't heard that since 1910.
He said this because you've been listening to the wrong station.
Christy Lane, One Day at a Time, Sweet Jesus. Y'all remember that?
Oh,
She was born in 1940. I don't know that she had any other hits other than that one, but that was big.
Hey, that made her enough money. She's okay.
Yep, she's going to be all right there. I can't name any of his songs. Maybe you know these. 1947, was it punk rock?
A little bit, yeah, I guess punk rock.
He needs to gain some weight. I can tell that right off the bat.
At least his hair is one color.
David, it used to be several colors, didn't it? Yeah. David Bowie was born in 47. He's from London there. But I think that was some of that hippie type stuff.
Well, that wasn't quite really hippie.
It wasn't, what was it? Just
That was just
metal?
metal. More of a metal. I listened to some of it, but
Now, the odds of Odie knowing this are very slim to none. Anybody remember the good old days when, truck drivers were well respected in America?
you had truck drivers.
That's right.
Not steering wheel holders like we got
The
now.
last 15 wrecks, I had to have a translator that I talked to. Say, what?
Yeah. What happened? I don't know.
There was a day and time to where a truck driver was kind of like the guiding light of America. They were the good guys.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that anybody's bad out there, don't take me wrong, but it was a different caliber back during these days of the 70s and things. 1966, there would be a song that'd come out and be called Giddy Up Go. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well, I remember the song.
You remember what it was about?
Truck driver.
Yep. Look at this. Good guess there, Odie.
It
Well, a truck driver come in from a long haul, and his family was missing. She'd done left him. So 20 years later, he's driving down the road. He used to call his son Giddy Up Go on the back of an 18-wheeler. There it was, Giddy Up Go. Well, he chased him down. And the story goes on and on of how they met at the truck stop, and it was his son.
big dog.
Giddy Up Go. One of them sad, Red Savine songs there, but if y'all remember that was big in 1966.
Vicky said yes, that was a beautiful song.
David Bowie or Giddy Up Go? Because he'd put that cry in his voice when he'd get to giddy up, go.
Uh-oh.
Same one that sang you Teddy Bear.
Oh, yeah. Peggy's trying to be the best grandmother in the world.
What's she doing?
She's wishing Shelby Ann Wing, her beautiful granddaughter, a happy 16th birthday. This is Wingnut's daughter.
Oh.
Well, 16. Well, Miss Peggy, you did an awesome job.
She said something about
there.
she can't help it who her parents are. Hey, Peggy.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, she keeps that track running.
Once you break the law, we usually pick out your best photo opportunity you had with the law. As we go back to 1967, he'd be a millionaire. He would change music. He was good at what he did. He had a problem, though. He was born on this day in 67, R. Kelly. Oh, boy. Convicted of sex offender, born in Chicago. He's going to spend, if I'm not mistaken, the rest of his life in there for the things that he did. It was awful.
Yeah, he's not getting out.
Got a lot of money. Money ain't everything, folks. Let's pull out an 8-track tape. Anybody know what those are? I thought we'd show a picture of this because it's becoming a thing of nobody knows what it is.
I've got an 8-track player at the house.
1974. And what is interesting about this? Anybody remember Eddie Rabbit? I got $2 driving my life away, $2 in the jukebox. He would write a song, and Ronnie Millsap would record it. It was called Pure Love, Milk and Honey, and Captain Crunch. Baby, it's Pure Love. Y'all remember all those songs? Oh. That's the 8-track there. He also recorded Please Don't Tell Me How the Story Ends on the same day. Ronnie Millsap was in the studio today doing a lot. As we go back to 1983, she would have her very first #1 song. It would be one of many that led to television shows. And, she was Little Miss Rodeo back then, as Reba had her first one. I Can't Even Get the Blues No More.
Wow.
That has been forever and a day ago. I don't know why they didn't play that at prom. They just wouldn't play it.
Sandy White said, I live a rainy night.
Does she now? Hey, he was born on this day back in 83. We hear a lot about him. He's always never believe those.
Rocket Man!
Yeah. They always say, he's missing. He ain't going nowhere. No. Kim Jong, Un was born. We'll give you a hint. He's a dictator.
Yeah.
Not exactly the top of our totem pole there of great folks.
There wasn't but one man that kept him at bay as our president.
Anybody? It sure was.
Yep.
Sure was. He kind of stayed in line.
Yeah.
I still see that picture. He puts up his binoculars and goes, "Woo, Chuck Norris." Y'all know that's funny.
Yeah, y'all better laugh.
1994, Faith would have her very first one. Y'all remember this? She was in the Jimmy Rogers talent contest as well as Wild One won #1. Good stuff there. Back in 94, every now and then I'll walk through somebody's television we'll have on. He had the most irritating voice.
Hey, it was one thing that you could do like it.
Mr. Haney passed away on this date back in 94. But was that not the most, as you nailed it there.
He's pretty good now.
But boy, that voice, whew, it was rough.
Yeah, it was.
97, this guy should have had one long before this, I think, because he'd done so much for the children of America. He did. Mr. Rogers received a star on the Walk of Fame, him in that sweater. Hello, boys and girls.
And he was a war.
Sure was.
A decorated war
Hero.
Yep. And Mr. Green James was too.
Eddie Murphy, on the other hand, that done that skit was absolutely funny. Hello, boys and girls.
Yes,
and welcome to the... Y'all look it up.
That was when Saturday Night Live was funny.
It was. And they would pick on anybody.
It didn't matter who, what, where, when.
Eddie Murphy, one of the funniest that you will ever run upon. 2021, the first taste of Texas, had blue eyes and golden hair. And he also wrote a little song called My Heroes Have Always Been Cowboys and Mamas Don't Let Your Babies. Ed Bruce passed away on this date back in 21. He wasn't much on looks, but boy, he sure could write and sing.
Hey, sometimes that's all it takes.
Not nowadays. You got to be Mr. Good Looking, and they can just take anybody and make your voice. 2016, I got this kind of out of
That'd be okay.
Yeah.
Chronological.
Yep, that word there. El Chapo got arrested. He went on to the big house there. Isn't he the one that was paying the people to dig the tunnel underneath the jail and they all got caught?
I think he was part of that. Pablo Escobar. There was a Tom Cruise made a movie.
He played El Chapo?
No,
I'd like to see that.
he played an American guy. Now somebody knows this. American Made. If you have a chance,
the
go
plane.
watch American Made. And that was kind of around the start of El Chapo and Juan Pablo or whatever their name.
So you're trying to tell me the government might have had something to do with this? Say it ain't so, will you?
Say it ain't so.
2002, we would lose a great guy who helped out America, and, well, you certainly enjoy eating with him all the time to this day. It was named after his daughter.
Yeah. I don't know where
Wendy's.
the square hamburgers came from, but it was a hit.
It was. It worked, didn't it?
It worked. Yeah.
Oh, Dave Thomas. That's a look back in history on today. We've got more coming up, some more events that went on over the weekend. We probably won't get them all, but we're going to do our best to squeeze in as much as we can.
We'll make it.
We'll be right back.
Your next appliance is waiting on you at All Temp Appliance and Refrigeration on Highway 19 North. If you've been trying to locate a freezer, drop by and see their big selection of upright and chest freezers. A showroom full of stoves, gas, and electric. Maybe it's a new refrigerator from large double doors to the simplest of refrigerators. Name brand washers and dryers like Speed Queen, Amana, and delivery is available. With a great service department to back up what they sell. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. and by appointment after hours and weekends.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
If it's crossed your mind about a new tractor, visit my friends at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 here in Collinsville. They got any style, any size that you're looking for. And right now, you can take advantage of getting a new tractor, a trailer, and a bush hog, all for $31,000, 0% interest for 84 months. Yeah, 0% for 84 months. Also, a great service department to work on any tractor that you have. From bush hogs, disc, and tillers, see it all at Freeman Tractor, Highway 494 in Collinsville. Well, last night we had a little disturbance down at the Wendy's parking lot. Ooh. Happened to be this 18-wheeler and this other little guy there that might have bumped each other. Oof. And they couldn't get along. I don't know if it was over a Frosty or what, but the Meridian Popo had to show up and straighten out the situation as the 18-wheeler was surrounded and the other guy just jumped right over there toward the courthouse. He waited on the Popo.
So he didn't try and take that truck through the drive-through, huh?
No, he tried to swallow a Honda, I think. Ooh. Little accident there.
He got a little hungry too, didn't he?
Yeah, it did. Hey, we both got to go to a special event yesterday that, we need to bring up.
Man.
Look at here what has happened in Meridian.
I tell you, 43 years they've dedicated the building to Marl Clayton Cobbler. We know his daddy is Marl and we know him as Clayton, but Clayton Cobbler, retirement party yesterday.
Packed house. Look
Miss
at this.
Lou right behind him. It really was. A lot of people came out to pay the respect. He's got his hotty toddy colors going.
Now that shirt was funny.
So that shirt had been through an ordeal. The other night, a mailbox got took out by.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, by a. Well, we don't know about the driver. We'll just say that. But the yard was tore up. The mailbox was ripped down.
Somebody might have ran.
Yeah, and that shirt just happened to have been in that particular mailbox. So they had to go find the mailbox to find the package to get it to Clayton. It was
Ruh-roh.
Yeah.
Look here, Billy even showed up.
That's it. Oh, Billy. Look at that. We got a new judge in the background.
Yeah, sure do. Clayton was saying, no, say it ain't so.
Huh? Oh, man.
Oh, Jeff Lewis hiding in the
Lewis,
background.
hey, brother.
Ooh, Bonnie White.
Mm-hmm.
The room was just full of people that came to pay respects to Clayton. So many great stories that were told there yesterday. And there's just tons of stories that go on and on and on as people took the mic and shared the room of what Clayton had done to them.
Yeah, you told the old story about the April Fool's.
April Fool's Day, and he got me. I'm telling you, I'm on guard that day. But Clayton somehow or another burned me.
We'll have him tell that story on April 1st.
Yeah, we'll relive that moment. Maybe we'll try to get Clayton to come in and hang out with us that day.
That's what we need to do. He's free now.
He does.
And Lou's probably kick him out of the house, let him get a little time away. So, and we know they're watching. So, Clayton, anytime, come on, we'd love to have you on here.
All right, we're going to show a scene from North Hill Street, and I'm going to show the video of this, as we would learn that there was a particular portion of North Hills that went dark this weekend because of a wreck.
Yeah.
Let's pull this up, Odie. Now, before I hit play, this is a car that's on its side. I want your eyes to adjust to it. That's a power line there. I want y'all to look when I hit play how many power poles are removed. As we look at this, here it goes. It's going to back out. Look at that. I'm going to let that play twice. That's a heat. Let me get over here and pause this.
And those power lines down.
I can't get it.
It won't work.
I wasn't fast enough.
Wasn't fast enough.
I couldn't play video games. But that was pretty bad. The driver did flee the scene. The car, I think, was borrowed without knowledge. I guess that's the way to put that. And the person may not have had driver's license and a few other things is why they might have left.
Why? Why not?
Yeah. Hard to really say there.
Yeah.
But we also had a backup on I-20 Friday night when we had some rain showers. Let me pull this up here and show y'all exactly what we had on I-20. As we had traffic, I kept getting remarks of why is traffic backed up. Mile marker 157, there was an accident. Let's look at this. There's the Meridian police car. You caught on real quick to what that is. Look at that right there. Overturned again.
Oh.
We see this over and over in our areas of cars that go airborne that turn upside down. Fortunately, no major injuries out of that, but still scary, Odie.
Oh, yeah. And in a place that was not real easy to see there for a minute. Could have been worse than what it really was, but thank goodness there wasn't any bad injuries.
Everybody know where Tractor Supply is?
Yeah, right there on 19.
Yeah, a road behind it called Mosby Road.
Yeah.
You know where that is? Mm-hmm. Well, there's some apartments that sit there, and, well, lo and behold, we had a car and an apartment shot. We would call this another drive-by shooting.
Wonder if they was connected.
Because that makes two buildings shot over the weekend. Now, we don't know why, and this isn't some far-off place we're hearing about it, but the sad part is it's to where people go, oh, well, that's just common. This is not common, and I will continue to report this as it happens. We should never get used to the shootings of cars and buildings in our area, ever. It should be stopped. Matter of fact, I had somebody make a remark that said, why do you do this? I don't think you should. Oh, it's against the law. And we will place it every single time that someone breaks the law.
Because people need to know where this is taking place. This is where we live. This is what we call home.
That's right.
This is where we want our kids to be. And we want people to know where all of that illegal activity that could take lives are happening at.
We need to put this out real quick. Elvis is missing.
Elvis is missing. He has left the yard.
Elvis, if you see him in the S.L. Wilson area there, he's a big old Great Dane there.
Yeah.
He's just kind of lounging there in a photo shoot that he was taking earlier. He's a big old dog. Great Dane. That's his little best buddy there. But if you happen to see Elvis floating around the neighborhood out in the West Lauderdale area, they sure would like to have Elvis back home.
Yeah.
So
give us a call. We'll make sure that they come get Elvis from you.
That's right. We'll be right back. We've got more stories to share with you. Don't rush off. We'll be right back.
Need an expert to repair a rock peck or cracked windshield? Call Advanced Auto Glass by Joey for quality workmanship and customer service. Convenient same-day service, as well as in-house calibration for vehicle safety systems. Reliable mobile service is available in Clark, Kemper, Neshoba, Lauderdale, and Newton counties for all cars, trucks, and heavy equipment. Book your appointment today for custom tinting. It can reduce temps, fading, glare, and more. Improve the safety and enhance the appearance of your vehicle today with services from Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
When you gear up and journey out, nothing but you and the wilderness for miles. Just remember, you're the boss. Steel MS-271 Farm Boss, built for the toughest jobs.
Still available in Meridian at Wilson Saw and Outdoor Power. 71 Highway 19 North behind Waters International.
Sorry about that, but I got caught up in what was just sent to me. Said I'm in the parking lot of Growing Tree on Highway 39, and there's light sleet coming.
I don't think it's going to be too bad because it's right above freezing.
Yeah, it's not going to be bad, but here's what we're seeing on radar. Let me pull this up here where you can see it there.
Yeah.
This rain, and I guess there is a small chance there. It could be some in there. Radar's not picking it up, but we do have rain showing there, and it is very possible to have that mixed in with that very light form of it.
It could, because remember, that's a radar image that's real high, and hopefully we're not too much farther away from getting a radar that could show us a little bit more definition than what we got there.
Absolutely but boy, that's neat. A little bit of Brandy, I appreciate you sending me that and letting me know about that.
Yeah, boy. Oof.
Yeah. Well, let's see. We'll keep track of everything that's going on. And again, we got severe weather moving into the area tonight, and we want you to be a part of this and follow it with us as we keep track of. What was I?
Right, so Joy said S.L. Wilson Road is in southeast area.
Thought that was
now Wilson Dale Road is over here.
That's what I got confused.
So S.L. Wilson Road is in southeast. So that's where Elvis is at.
All right, I appreciate the correction on that. Yeah, I was thinking of Wilson Dale.
And still no new information on Marcy. Not Marcy. What's the dog name off the interstate at the wreck?
Oh, yeah. It starts with an M. We'll think of it.
Anyway, we don't have any new information on it yet, Barry. So, yeah.
That's the latest we have on that. Over the weekend.
Marley, thank you, Deanne.
Well, she keeps up with that.
Yes,
Marley, you
Marley.
She's smarter than me and you both.
Yeah.
I get confused. Sometimes I forget my name. That's why a lot of my shirts have Scotty Ray written on it, so in case I'm lost, somebody can point me back to Angie. Yonder way, boy.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, hackers were busy. What did they do? Well, they broke into a Facebook account that just happened to belong to the sheriff's department. Ooh. No statement yet from Jody as he investigates this crime, but the Newton County Sheriff's Department Facebook page was changed, the name of it, and it will take a little time to put the old name back. Facebook does not move in a...
No, they don't go quick.
And the name of it now, if you want to look it up, is Your Profile Has Some Issues to Appeal. That's how you would look them up. Ruh-roh. So we hope to have that fixed before long, but it takes a little while when you do a name change. I knew somebody else that took 6 months to get theirs back. Wow. Because they only let you change it so many times there.
I think we need to get Jody a pink bunny rabbit suit too.
Yes, sir. We'll get him one. See if it'll fit him there. Let's see. We had a bunch of little fender benders throughout the weekend as we look at all of this. They're going to be changing the name, and I'm not sure what it is, but they're going to be announcing Mississippi University for Women. They're changing the name of that. I'm not sure that I agree with that.
I'm not. That's what it is. That's what it should be.
MUW.
Yeah. Well, nobody knows what a woman is. So I guess it throws them for a loop.
It does.
New generation. They don't know what that means.
The Columbus Dispatch reports that a new name was selected by the committee in late December, but will not be made public until the name legislation until it's filed through legislation. The next court session began January 2nd, so it's going to take a few days for all that to come about, and we'll be getting the name of that.
I guess they want to hurry up and pass it because it probably doesn't make a sense of the hill of beans.
Probably not. July 1st is when the name will take effect once it's approved.
Yeah. Ooh, we got some Helling and Enterprise. Ooh, y'all be careful.
Is that Hellions or actual hail?
It could be a little bit of both.
We know Anthony's number. We ain't scared to call it. We'll send him right over. Let's go back.
There, you go put Howard up. Not Howard.
Harold?
Harold. Go put Harold up. If it's going to be sleeting and stuff, go put Harold up.
Let's go down and take a look at that area there that was just brought up there. As we'll see here. Here's the Enterprise area there. Right there. Let's go to severe. And let's go over here. Let's just see if radar picks it up. And it's not picking it up. It's a light. But I believe you if you say it's happening there.
Oh, well, you.
There's nothing like on-the-scene reporters. As we pointed out, sometimes radar doesn't pick up everything.
Yep.
But that's what we've got. We want to thank each and every one of you for letting us come in your homes, your cars, wherever it was that you watched us from today. And no matter where you were in the United States, thank y'all for being a part of us in the show.
Is it that time?
It is. Look at this.
Golly. Man. Look, be cautious tonight. That's the main thing.
Yes, we will be here.
Pay attention to Scotty Ray. He'll be going live, going to show you what's going on. We'll be back tomorrow to go over all the good stuff that's happened today. Until then, remember we love you. Jesus loves you. Be a light in someone's life today. We'll see you tomorrow.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.